May 2011. The machine. Guard. Oh boy. Ma'am, glad to see you have arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be brutal. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. I'm not even going to try reading all of those. What are your actions? What will be done with the machine? What will you do with it?
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Your work was keeping us alive. How... It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No? Nothing? Alright then. I'll apologize for the people on your behalf. My friends! It falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine, or everything the machine has created. Koda. I'll make sure you're known forever. Isn't that what you're scared of? Exposed to the view of others every day forever. Steen.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
I don't even have words anymore, guys. Oh God. Well, there
So I
that
started
goes.
showing Koda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Put down your weapon. I don't have a choice. I can't scroll away. I can't do anything. I can crouch. But like I can't move. There's the lamppost.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Koda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Koda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Koda ever made. So let's take a look.
To the tower. I like his sense of color. I love the orange and gray and kind of off-white that he uses. He has a good sense for that sort of
This is where I
thing.
have trouble saying anything meaningful about Koda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Ooh, boy. This is heavy. Really is.
This
Tower-
room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Guess they're all Source Engine games, so they're mad easy to get into. Assume I can... Yeah, wow. Wow. I don't...
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Yeah, I was pretty damn off. Hey, I got the second one right. Everything else totally wrong. I would have found it eventually in like 2 million years. Probably would have quit the Let's Play by this point. I guess I got the second to last one right as well. Then again, each has a 10% chance of being correct. Actually runs into performance issues. Otherwise. God, the sound design in this is amazing. Which I think was added after the fact, but you know what? Whatever. I'm okay with that. Mostly.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Koda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
This game is heavy. Started fun. God damn, that sound design though. Makes everything wonderful. I wonder what's with that pinkish light. Not like anybody would know.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
I want to know the story behind
Where did
this
I screw
game.
up?
Like, how did he make this? I can't imagine doing this normally would be illegal.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. God, it's a gorgeous room.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. What was that noise? Don't know. You've so infected my personal space that it's...
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere, hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes, giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them?
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all.
Would you simply let
less than
them?
nothing.
Would you simply...
What does that mean?
Is he done? He's done. Would you simply let them be what they are? When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're probably not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Epilogue. That surprised me a little. The lamppost has got a visual update, and it's got a clock on it now, too. Cool.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution. Solution.
Oh, this is the... No, it's not. I thought it was the head schmaze area that we went through with the telephone booth and the stuff like that.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
This game is heavy. And I don't have a whole lot of words for it, unfortunately.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Who are they gonna hate? Koda? Davey?
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
I have no idea how much of this is preaching and how much of this is honest. But I feel like I'm driving way too close to somebody else's soul to be comfortable. It's weird. And I'd like to believe that this is real. That, you know, this is...
I need to go.
That this is actually...
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Like, if this is real, it's cripplingly depressing, and if it's not, then it's comforting, because then I don't have to confront the fact that, you know, these are real people, real feelings, real anything. It's a lot easier to feel, you know, just kind of whatever when you're not confronted with the deepness of something else, somebody else's feelings, anything like that. God damn, the soundtrack on this for this game is on point. It really is. I can jump, right? Oh. This might be a bit of a problem. I can get back, okay. A little bit worried about that. Let's see what else we got around here. Just because. Yeah, it's pretty much nothing. Okay. I like it. Once again, the color design, the visual design, whatever. Does the job well. Does the job real well. I guess this is kind of one of those where you have to decide how much of this is fiction and non-fiction. And I don't have the answer on that one. Like, I guess I personally desperately want this to be non-fiction, but also fiction, because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like the developer after this, you know. The guy that made Stanley Parable. Does he keep going? Oh no, it stops. Okay. Didn't know if I'd be able to do something else, but then again, this game isn't about choices or multiple endings, or really anything for that matter. It's just about getting from point A to point B. And confronting very potentially crippling depression and or loneliness, not entirely sure. And, like, I guess it's the beam of light, of course it is. Let's see. But I guess it's kind of one of those where it's like I'm secretly hoping that, you know, this Coda is a person, that the developer, like, this is actually real so that there can be a happy ending. And I know if it's fictional, then there's no happy ending, but there's no sad story to begin with. It's all fake. And I guess the worst conclusion would be anybody that... it's, you know, non-fiction, and there's no happy ending. But, I guess that's life. Let's see if we die this time, or if we ascend. I don't know yet. Yep, there we go. Wonder how much of this maze is copy-pasted. A lot, it looks like. Yeah, I see a lot of repetitive elements. Creates a nice visual texture at this point. After a certain point, it drops off. It's weird. Kind of wish it wouldn't get JPEG-y around the edges, but I guess that's... trick of the eyes, trick of the rendering. Don't know.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm
This project would not have been possible without the following individuals: Matthew Bright, Ryan Roth, Helena Heron, Richard Flanagan, Jesus. Alright. Turn Back, written by Helena Heron, performed by Helena Heron and Ryan Roth.
And you're so tired.
Additional thanks.
But I know that you're strong.
I don't know. I don't know, guys.
So turn back.
I don't know if it's trying to preach a message to us
Turn back.
about, you know, depression, respect, self-worth, or if it's just trying to tell a story. I don't know. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.